Chant Om Chandasa concentration. Repeat it. Only first paragraph. गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पता न शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम् ॐ श्री महागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं भद्रकाल्यै नमो नमः। वेदान्त विद्यास्थानेभ्य एव च। प्लीज रिपीट। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शंकरं लोकशंकरम्। प्लीज रीड द शांति मंत्र। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। So yesterday we saw that there are commonly known four purusharth, but actually those four purusharth is only one purusharth. And we have two kinds of desire. One desire is cultivated desire and other is natural desire, non-cultivated desire. Like supposing you say, I want a phone. So this is not a natural desire. This is a cultivated desire. It has come after seeing here and there. Or you say, I want a car. This desire was not you were born with. It depends on the society, etc. You saw and then the desire cropped up in your mind. But hunger is a natural desire. Thirst is a natural desire. In the cold, to desire for warm clothes is a natural desire. These are natural desires. Similarly, one of the most natural desires is desire to be free. And desire to be free. Free from what? Free from limitations. I felt the limitation of not having money, and therefore I started earning money. I felt the limitation of not being married, therefore I started searching for a partner. I felt the limitation of not having house, therefore I started searching for house. The mistake which I had mentioned yesterday, which you will remember, we feel limitation in world. The day you start feeling the limitation in I, limitation is experienced in I. And I remove, so work on the I instead of working on the world. Because how much you bring in the world, that limitation in I won't go because the limitation is experienced in I. Problem is somewhere, we are solving somewhere. So, when we start addressing, yesterday I was telling, no, if you remember, it is not that I am insecure. Removing this problem is called mumukshatva. And bringing security to remove the imaginary I am insecure. Bringing outer securities to remove this imagined insecurity in I. This will add to more insecurity. It is not going to remove the insecurity. So when we start addressing the problem where it is, so instead of removing the security, removing the insecurity, and by getting security from outside, we are worldly. Moment you start removing the I am insecure notion and question whether it is right or wrong, if insecurity is my nature, then insecurity can never go. But because I am trying to remove it, therefore it is not my nature. Anything which you want to remove, it is not your nature. Anything you want to remove it, you don't want to get rid of I, because it is our own nature. Anything which you want to get rid of is not your own swarup. And what you don't want to get rid of, and you cannot get rid of, well, I want to get rid of myself only. How is it possible? You can get rid of at the most body. You can get rid of somebody from outside. But you cannot get rid of your own self because you cannot remove, that is your own nature. So when a person, supposing insecurity was our nature, if insecurity was your nature, then you cannot get rid of insecurity. But you want to get rid of, that means it is not your nature. Similarly, joy I want from outside. Because I feel I am not joyous. I am removing the I am unhappy notion. That means I am unhappy, this is not my nature. That means my nature is happiness. Similarly, third point, I am sinner or I am limited. I am trying to remove this nature by dharma purusharth. And therefore, I am removing it, therefore it is not my nature. Sinfulness is not my nature. So when we start addressing the I aspect, and I am saying that I am insecure or I am unhappy or I am a sinner, limited sinner, when I address the issue here and question the nature of this I, instead of bringing the things from outside and trying to fill this I, instead of questioning this I, we do that, then you become a mumukshu. And I want to be free from these three I's. When you don't want to be free from these three I's, that is called your sadhana in Vedanta. That means if I want to be free from this I, because it is not, so my nature should be ever secured, my nature should be ever happy, and my nature should be sinless. What is exactly in the nature of my I? When you start thinking on this aspect, then you need to know more about the nature of I. Moment to start and to investigate this nature. I want to be free because my nature should be freedom. That means free from everything. What is that nature? What is that freedom which you are talking about? Freedom from action, freedom from birth and death. Everything I want to be free from. You don't want to be bound to anything. You don't say I want to be born again. I want to be free from birth. I want to be free from body. I want to be free from everything. If that is my own swarup, so really what is the freedom? What is the nature? There is little clarity, but there is ambiguity about I. And therefore, I want to know actually. See, there are contradiction is coming. First thing is that I am feeling insecure, and at the same time I am trying to remove insecurity. That means my nature should be different than what I am trying to throw it away. That means there is some ignorance in I. There is something wrong in myself, and therefore we need the knowledge of the self. And therefore nobody wants to be small and insignificant. The person wants to be bigger. If you are humble, you want to be more humility, you want. Because you don't tolerate any kind of limitation. That means I should not be limited because I'm not keeping the limitation. Chale aage. So yesterday we saw this point, and then the question comes, then how will I know the I? What is I? How will I know it? And then one word I had said, praman. Praman. Praman means valid source of knowledge. Valid source of knowledge. Praman. Achha. And there are 5 praman, if you remember. One is called pratyaksh praman. Then second is called anuman praman. Third is called arthapatti. Fourth is called anuplabdhi. Fifth is called upaman. And sixth is called laukik shabda praman. But it is translated in English. I can't make it out. Knowledge through sensory senses. That's called pratyaksh praman. Knowledge through, or sensory knowledge you can say. Not sensory knowledge. Sensory knowledge. Knowledge through the senses. Second was anuman. Anuman means inference. Third is arthapatti, presumption. Fourth is called anuplabdhi, absence, knowledge through absence. Fifth is called upaman, knowledge through comparison. Fifth. Sixth is called worldly shabda praman, knowledge through words. These are the 6 conventional ways to know a thing. These are the 6 conventional ways to know the thing. Like I am seeing this watch. Which praman is this? Pratyaksh praman is there. So the eyes you see. You don't infer that there is a watch. You don't have to infer. Two pramana can't operate simultaneously on the same object. You can't have inference also and you can't have perception also at the same time. One pramana will act at a time on one. Pramana means means of knowledge. Don't get afraid. Valid means of knowledge. You are hearing my words. This is by pratyaksh pramana. Through ears you are listening to me. You are not using any other thing. You are just listening. Through pratyaksh pramana. Second was knowledge through inference. Don't forget this, please. Inference. What was Sanskrit word? Anuman, not Hanuman. So, there is Hanuman Praman. It is Anuman Praman, not Hanuman Praman. कहीं का कुछ समझ जाए लोग. बोले एक राम प्रमाण एक हनुमान प्रमाण. वो अनुमान है, हनुमान नहीं है. वो अनुमान प्रमाण is there. Listen properly. Either mic is defective or your ears. It is Anuman Praman. So Anuman Praman, what is there? Please note, Anuman Praman is a child of Pratyaksh Praman. All other 5 Praman are child of Pratyaksh only. Anuman means 2 things are existing simultaneously. But one you know, and by seeing one, you guess there is something else also. That is called inference. Outside the satsang hall, you see lot of shoes there. And then you infer that I think class is going on. Although there is no sound coming, but there is something, people are there. Satsang is going on. That is called Anuman Praman is there. Linga Paramarsho Viman Anuman. Anyway, I will not go to that. But that is called Sahachara Darshan is there. Because always you had seen by Pratyak that these 2 things are existing together. If there is a smoke, there has to be fire. Because you have seen from childhood in the kitchen that I have been in the kitchen, and therefore I see the sahachar, both things coexist, and therefore moment I see fire, smoke somewhere, you infer there must be fire. I am simplifying it. Anuman, it took a lot of classes to explain all these things. I am just putting in nutshell. Just in nutshell. So that your curiosity or your inquiry may be little invoked. Anuman Praman is there. Whole science is based on Anuman Praman is there. Fever is there, supposing you have a fever. And continuously fever is there. So doctor will have inference that I think there is some virus or infection in your body. Inference is there. Anuman Praman. Pratyaksh is different. Pratyaksh, but unless you have seen the 2 things together, you cannot have Anuman. You cannot have Anuman. I hope you are understanding. Unless you have seen 2 things together, you cannot have Anuman of that. Okay, this is second Praman. Anuman Praman. The third was Arthapatti. Arthapatti. Arthapatti means what? 2 incidents are there. 2 incidences are there. And you try to relate these 2 incidences by a certain cause and effect relationship. 2 separate and discrete incidences at different time has happened. In inference, same time it is happening. Some say Arthapatti is also kind of inference. I am not going to read it. But just make it a little different. 2 incidences are there. I saw one girl, one big bag. Or 1 year back I saw. Simple girl was there. She was young girl, 25, 26 year old. And now I see moving with one boy. And putting on, and then I gazed at her and I knew that girl. So she has put on sindoor and she has put on sari and etc. Now Arthapatti will come. Means presumption. Tell me what is presumption? She has got married now, I think. She is married to this boy. Presumption it is called. Because you establish cause and effect relationship of the two incidents. If you had not seen that girl first, and you have seen, then there is no Arthapatti will not come. Arthapatti won't act there. Are you getting my point? As a boss example, you have to make it your own. This praman, very important. Then night I was sleeping. Before going to sleep, I felt everything was fine. Morning I get up, lot of water was all around. Then again Arthapatti acted. I think it must have rained heavily. This happened when I was a child. Night nothing. Morning I got up, whole flood is there. I was so happy to see the flood because the school's closed. What happened? Whole night it was raining. I was sleeping, I didn't know it was raining. And morning it stopped raining. But I saw that up to the knees the water is there on the road, you cannot walk also. Then nobody can put so much of water on the road. So you have a presumption. You have a presumption that it must have heavily rained in the night. Torrential rains must be there. That is called Arthapatti Praman. I hope you are understanding that. ऐसे को multiply करो. You have to put your own examples. Arthapatti. ठीक है. Fourth है ना? Fourth. Anuplabdhi. Anuplabdhi means something is absent. Everybody has their own seat now. Everybody has fixed their seat slowly. First they search where to sit. After that we fix. And on your seat, supposing I see no, you are not there or you are not there. So not there, I don't perceive anything. But I will think, are you not well? So if person is absent, then there is a natural tendency. So absence also gives a knowledge. Either he is not well or he has gone out, what is the matter? So absence also, you go on the road, whole road is empty. So you mention, what is today's holiday or what? So absence also becomes a kind of information for you. Absence is a kind of, that is also kind of knowledge. That is called anuplabdhi. Abhav is also giving you knowledge. Abhav is also giving you knowledge. And you will use this in Sushupti Avastha. In Sushupti nothing else is there, but self is experienced, therefore and the self is there in the Sushupti. So first was Pratyaksh, second is Anuman, third is Arthapatti, and fourth is Anuplabdhi. Anuplabdhi. Absence of something is also given then. Absence of something. That is also telling you something, that this thing is absent. There must be where, what, why. So you start thinking about that this must be reason. It is also giving you some knowledge and information. Absence is also giving you knowledge. This is the fourth praman. Please note, all these are children of Pratyaksh. If you had not seen that person or that thing, then Anuplabdhi won't be a praman. Supposing somebody comes for the first time and he has never seen you seated on that particular chair, then he cannot make out that he is not there, what is the problem? Because he has not seen you. If he has not seen you, then he cannot say that. Anuplabdhi praman is there. So therefore Pratyaksh has to be there. Pratyaksh purvakam eva anuman bhavati. Pratyaksh purvakam eva arthaplabdhi bhavati. Pratyaksh purvakam eva anuplabdhi bhavati. Okay. Once it so happened, Guruji had to come in some place. Some place, I'm not telling the name of that city. And he came from train and nobody was in the railway station. Tell me why? Nobody, not a single soul to receive him. Tell me why? Huh? Before time. No, the arrival was right time. There were 2 stations. There, all of them with mala and everything reached another station. Now he had to hire auto and taxi and go to the ashram. At that time he was not carrying mobile. I said, now he carries mobile. So that he can... ऐसा भी हुआ एक बार. So their anuplabdhi shows that there is some miscommunication of some sort is there. There has been some miscommunication that this train has either not been reported about the train or they have gone to a wrong station, something has gone. So the absence, although it's absence and not perceived by the pratyaksh praman, but actually still it is giving you a lot of information. Or certain person was coming in the ashram, now he doesn't come at all. So there are 2 possibilities. Either he got upset. Or he is bored of classes. Either he is fed up with the classes, he is not enjoying the classes, therefore he rests. Or maybe something is problem in this house also. There will be some issues have come in his house, he is busy with his parent, children, any issue may be there. There are 3-4 possibilities are there. So anuplabdhi praman is there. I'm just telling, just keep in your mind, you will use it. And last praman is called Laukik Shabda Praman. Laukik Shabda Praman. Laukik. Upman छूट गया क्या? Sorry. Upman Praman is comparison Praman. Comparison Praman is there. Supposing I ask you, have you seen Neel Gai? What is called Neel Gai in English? Beast cow? क्या है? Neel Gai? नहीं. Neel Gai. There's a blue kind of cow is there. Tall, very tall. I forgot the English name for that. Or I ask you, see, have you seen that particular Swamiji? Which Swamiji? That particular Swamiji. Well, no. Well, whom you know? Whom you know? Well, I know that particular. So you are explaining another by giving the example of what he already knows. Didn't get my point. You are trying to compare something unknown through something known. That is called Upman Praman. That is called Upman Praman. Like supposing somebody says, see, have you known zebra? Well, I don't know zebra. You don't know zebra? No. See, zebra is nothing but it's kind of horse. But stripped horse. Acha, the horse size is almost same, little bigger, but that horse with the strips, instead of the color of the horse, it is black and white strips are there on the horse. Acha, that is called zebra. Then you are trying to compare what you know so that you can point out to that which I don't know. And 2 strips of the zebra are never same. It is always different strips are there. Well, who will compare the strips? But at least I will now know that this is called zebra. This is called zebra is there. This is called Upman Praman. And all this Praman we use. Supposing somebody gets hurt, you say, oh, you must be paining, because it pains you when you... In the cold, especially when you get hurt, then you know it pains quite a bit. This is called Upman Praman. And last praman is Laukik Shabda praman. I ask you, who is that person? You say, he is Mr. Such and such. You are introducing through some words. So these are the 5 means of, 6 means, no? 6 means. 6 means of knowledge is very frequently, we use it day and night. Somebody has come from airport and you say, you know, what is a long flight? You must be sleepy. Why? Because you are using your own Upman Praman. Because you already felt sleepy, therefore you are saying you must be tired. You please go and rest. Somebody else comes at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, you feel you must be hungry. It's Upman Praman is there. Seva is done only by Upman Praman. Because you feel, okay, he must be having the pain. More you use Upman Praman in your Vyavhar, more your Vyavhar will be good. Because I think this word he won't like, because I also don't like. This way of approach I also not like, therefore he also won't appreciate it. Upman Praman. Okay. So these are pramanas are there. Automatically, many times they come and meet, and one child is there with the, I don't know who is that child, but with the mother, the child said, she is your mother, then he will say yes, because the child is constantly. So I can make it out that this is the Anuman is there. Anuman Praman I am using. We use Praman quite a bit. We are using Praman quite a bit. Supposing, you know, somebody's face is totally down. Acha, he's sitting at like that. Acha, again you use Anuman, I think you are not well. You are using Anuman Praman. Or you talk to somebody, he's very happy. You feel, what has happened to him? How come he is happy? What he got today? There you also use Manu. I think somebody must have said good words to him, therefore he is very happy today. Or somebody never serves, supposing. Never serves at all. And he is serving a lot someday. So there you start using Anuman Praman. Why is he serving? I think he has to show to Swami that he serves a lot. So you start using, you use Praman, and wrong Praman you use, it will become Brahm. Prama will become Brahma. Now, question arises that these are the 6 Praman, conventional Praman. This I, which I am trying to know, which I? With self, because our problem is the limitation experienced in the I. The bondage is experienced in I, and therefore the freedom also should be I in I, because I want freedom. Freedom is my nature. So what is that I? I want to know how to be free, and what is the nature of that I? Which Praman this I will be known from? And now the serious problem started, because this self is not pratyaksh, it is not object of knowledge, the all Praman fall down. Are you getting my point? Kyun? Because I or the self is not known through senses, neither it can be known by eyes, neither ears, neither nose. Bole, I smelled Atma, or I saw Atma, or I heard Atma, or I had touched Atma today. Atma, it was very hot. So, you cannot say like that. Or it was very beautiful Atma. In meditation I saw Atma, blue Atma was there. अच्छा एकदम शाइनिंग ब्लू अच्छा ऐसी चमक रही थी आत्मा साहब इट वॉज शाइनिंग लाइक अ ट्विंकलिंग आत्मा अच्छा now it is gone so you are without atma now if you had seen atma in meditation which was shining blue and now it is gone now tell me what happened to that atma बोले चली गई देखो तुमको इसी इतना मारेंगे I'll hit you so much आत्मा चली गई हाँ चली गई उसके बाद तो तुम कौन हो फिर if atma is gone you are an atma बोले don't ask question I can change the color it's not the question of changing the color It's a question that Atma cannot be seen. Atma cannot be known by Pratyaksh Praman. And that makes the topic tough. It cannot be known by eyes, you cannot say, it can't be heard, it can't be tasted, it can't be bade badi meethi meethi Atma lagi. You cannot say. Atma is so sweet. You cannot say. And now, because the conventional, all the praman has collapsed. Then you need a Daivik praman. And that Daivik praman is called Ved. Yesterday I talked about Daivik praman. Pratyakshen anumityava yastu payo na vidyate or na labhyate enam vidanti vedena tasmad vedasya vedata. I told this shlok also, very popular shlok is there. Which cannot be known by pratyaksha sat, etc. That is known by Ved. So Ved is a name of praman. First of all, please try to get this point. Ved is a name of means of knowledge. Well, I heard it is a book. Book is there, but it is a means of knowledge. And it has been revealed. It is revealed. It is not made. If you remember, I said transmitter and transmitted relationship is there, not propounder and propounded. You must have written in your notes. So, about weight, number one point is, it is a paurusheya praman. It is not made by anybody. It is not the rachna of somebody. It is not created by anybody. Therefore, iti shushrum dhiranam ye nastad vichachakshare. It has been heard. It is called shruti. This is one point. It is called non-conventional means of knowledge is there. It is a means of knowledge. Like through eyes, you know the forms. So material world is known by the pratyaksha. And the spiritual world is known by the sense organ called Ved. Ved is known. Like without eyes, you can't see the form. You are blind. So without Vedas, you are spiritually blind. Because you won't know. You are spiritually blind. Vedas are the eyes to see the self. So first is about the Ved, it is a paurusheya pramana. Every time Srishti and Pralaya happens, in the Pralaya the Ved gets dissolved. In the Srishti again it comes out. And Narayan Bhagavan gives it to Brahmaji. Brahmaji gives it to all rishis. Just hear that, slowly you will get the clarity. Yo Brahmanam vidadhati purvam. This comes in Shveta Upanishad. Yo Brahmanam vidadhati purvam. This has been given by the Ishwar to Brahmaji. Yo vai vedascha pranhitosti tasmai. Vedas are given by Prahinoti tasmai. This is second point, first point about it. It is a Paurusheya and it is a Vedic Praman. Second thing is, it is a valid source of knowledge. It is a valid source. Valid means it is a right source of knowledge. It is accepted. And third point is that it is Swatantra Praman. Every Praman should be such that other than that, nothing else should be the Praman. Otherwise, both will contradict. It should be Anadigat. Anadigat. Like eyes are the means of knowledge for form. Now, ears cannot know it. Ears cannot see. There cannot be two pramana for same thing. Ears cannot see. Tongue cannot see. Nose cannot see. Skin cannot see. Swatantra pramana is there. So Vedas are the only pramana for knowing the nature of the self. For which we have doubt. I hope this is clear. Just here you may find it little strange, But never mind. Actually, Vedas are pramana for two things. One is Dharma, Pur Mimamsa, Pur Ved is Dharma Pramana, and Uttar Ved is the Atma Pramana. Pramana for Atma is Ved, and Pramana for Dharma also is Ved. These two areas are the areas of the Veda. Ved will not tell you that, this sky is blue. This is all, what can be known by Pratyaksh, Ved will not say anything. It is not the areas of Ved. Neither Ved will tell about scientific things. It is not the areas of the Ved. Ved will only tell about either dharma or the self. Here we are talking about the self. I hope this will be a little difficult to digest. But write it or keep in your mind. Slowly you will understand that. Well, how do I know? What? That Ved is a praman for I. How do I know? Supposing I don't believe. Supposing I don't believe that our Vedas are the right means of knowledge. Supposing I say like that, then look at one point I'll say. Any means of knowledge, when you apply, you will know it is right or wrong. You will know it. Supposing you have taken a glasses, and after using the glass, you will know my glass are okay or not okay. I am not able to see properly, or I am not able to read properly. My glasses are still, I think my glasses number has increased. Acha, where is your glass? You have taken the glass, no? Huh? Room is reading. Please take the glasses, otherwise number will increase. Don't be shy. You look very good with the glasses also. इनका ग्लास उतर गया, इनका आ गया, यही जीवन है. One person glass has gone, other glass has come. So when you use the praman, many times when you use the praman, you will know that praman was right or wrong. There is no other way to confirm the praman. Only this person, I ask, I am talking to this person. I don't know whether he gives the right information or wrong information. See, let him give the information. You will use it and you will know in due time he is giving the right information or wrong information. He cannot hoodwink you for a long time. You will know it. Maybe once or twice you will get little deceived. After few times you will understand that he is not saying the right thing. He gives wrong information. Or he gives right information. What is the case may be. Let us confine ourselves to the Vedic. I know. You may find little, not very easy to grasp it, but just hear it. It will take some time to sink into it. So my question is, yes, the Pratyaksh and Anuman Praman, they have nothing to do with the Ved Praman? No, it's not like that. Ved Praman should not contradict Pratyaksh and Anuman Praman also. But the Pratyaksh and Praman are in the material field, you said. And the Vedic Praman are in the spiritual field, you said. So you are saying it should not. Please note my point. The Vedic Praman, the teaching of Vedanta, I'm not using the word Vedanta. Instead of using the Ved Praman repeatedly, I'm using the same word as Vedanta. Vedanta means that portion of Vedas which tells you about the nature of the self. Okay? No problem if I can use the word Vedanta, and I'll also use the word Upanishad. But you have not explained what is Upanishad. I'll come to it. When time is passing away, don't worry. I'm just afraid how will you catch up. When I had Gita, 18 days, 18 chapter, many people were asking, how will you complete? How will you complete? They had tension. Lecture I had to give, pravachan I had, and tension they had. How will you complete 18 chapters? 18 days. But when they saw 2-3 days it got completed, then their confidence came back. हाँ, चिंता मत करो, कुछ भी करो, चिंता मत करो भाई. So I will use the word Vedant, Upanishad or Ved Praman. Ved Praman, all these words are of the same meaning. Now, Vedanta Darshan or the Vedant is not a scientific thing. What? Vedant is not scientific, neither it is unscientific. Well, how can you say like that? How can you say? Neither it is rational, neither it is irrational. Why is scientific? Because science uses pratyaksh praman. Science uses pratyaksh praman, the direct knowledge of the senses. Science is based on the knowledge of the senses. And Vedanta is not based on the knowledge of the senses. Therefore, we cannot say that it is scientific. Scientific is a very good word nowadays. We use the word very scientific, very scientific. Talk was very scientific. But really speaking, without mixing anything, scientific means something which is based on the direct perception or the pratyaksha praman. Vedanta cannot be said it is scientific because it is not based on pratyaksha praman. Although we will use the scientific ways. Please get my point. Vedanta is not scientific, but it is scientific ways used to prove Vedanta. It is not based on that. It is based because supposing I say Atma, and what is the science says? Whatever is seen is real. Whatever is seen is real. This is their area. This is their hypothesis. First thing is there. Now, if I say, see me means what can be directly perceived alone is real. This is the scientific way of thinking. And now Atma cannot be seen by the eyes. Therefore they say Atma is existing or not existing, we can't say. I don't think there is something called Atma. And therefore they should not enter into the area of Atma because they are using a wrong praman to see something else which is not seen by the pratyaksh praman. I hope this point is a little clear. But if you open the heart, Atma to thi nahi kahin. Kahin Atma nahi thi, hum nikal lete. I saw lungs, I saw heart, I saw pancreas, I saw gallbladder, I saw intestines, I saw kidney, I saw, what is it called? Pancreas I बोल दिया था. Many things I saw inside, but never I saw any आत्मा कहीं मिली नहीं आत्मा अंदर से तो. हम सब जगह ऐसे खोजे दबा के कहीं मिल जाए आत्मा कहीं मिले. Somewhere I can get आत्मा निकाल ले, पकड़ ले आत्मा ऐसे. ऑपरेशन करके आत्मा निकाल लिया जाए इससे पकड़ के. फिर बाद में वापस रख देंगे. I'll keep the atma back. आत्मा तो दिखी नहीं हमें. Science is basically, it says that whatever is seen alone I will believe it as real. Vedanta says this is not right. Please don't enter into the area of Atma because Atma is there but not seen by the senses. And therefore I am saying that Vedanta cannot be said it is scientific. And Vedanta cannot be said it is rational, scientifically rational. We are obsessed by the scientific world, which is wrong. There are a lot of things existing which is not seen, like your mind, like your samskar, like your vasanas, like your impressions, like your educational qualification. If you say, okay, you are saying that I can take it out. Now show me you are a doctor. Yes. What have you studied? I am MBBS. I have done medical. I am orthopedic. I am nephrologist. 15 years I studied. Acha? You are qualified. I know a lot. Show me that knowledge. Show me. Let me take out that knowledge. You cannot see it with the senses, but it is there. Your samskar is there. Your nature is there. So Vedanta cannot be said that it is rational as per scientific rational. Then it should be irrational. No, Vedanta cannot be said irrational. Please note, Vedanta is not derived from reasoning, but it is regulated by reasoning. It is not derived by reasoning. The basis is not the reasoning aspect. Reasoning means whatever is seen is real. This is the reasoning. But we will use to regulate it, to put in the point, we will use certain reasoning to explain Vedanta. What is the example given? Not a very good example, but you hear that. I like that example. Supposing there is a bucket full of oil is there, or ghee is there, and even a small bottle is there. Small bottle and bucket full of ghee is there. So that ghee, if you pour in that small bottle with a small bottleneck, what it's called. No, funnel is not complete. Funnel hai nahi. I am saying, पहले funnel बोल दिया. I will bring later on all these things. If you put the bucket, ghee bucket, in the bottle, it will all spill out. But when you use a big funnel, then through the funnel, so ghee is not, the basis of ghee is not the funnel, but funnel is used to regulate the ghee. So basis of Vedanta is not the scientific and worldly reasoning, but we will use the reasoning to regulate and put in the mind of the student. And therefore Vedanta is not, the reasoning as per rational, as per your standard, because that reasoning doesn't hold good here. It can't act here as your reasoning. And your reasoning is yad drishyam tad satyam. Whatever is seen is real. That reasoning cannot work here. It is not the area of that. Like two praman, one praman cannot act on another praman. Eyes cannot tell it is tasty or not. Many times I got decepted. With the eyes you feel such a tasty dish is there. But moment you eat, you say, oh my God, what is it? Wrong praman is there. From eyes you see it is, nice vapor is coming out. So it must be very tasty. Arey bhaiya, kuch usme dam nahi, bekar dish hai wo. The wrong praman will not give the right knowledge. It will be a guesswork only. It will be speculation. Vedanta is not a speculative knowledge. It's not any speculation. You guess nahi hai, andaj nahi hai. I hope this portion is clear about Ved. So you mean to say it is neither rational, rational inverted comma. Rational in the sense that logic which you use in science, that logic doesn't hold good here because science deals with the worldly object and there that reasoning is fine. And the Vedanta deals with the not worldly object, it is the subject I. Therefore that reasoning doesn't hold good here. That is another area. Ship can be, the way the ship runs in the water, it cannot run on the road. It's a different area. Eyes can very well, the eyes can very well see, but eyes cannot hear. Nose cannot taste. It is not its area. Every praman has its own prameya. Every means of knowledge is only for a fixed area. It cannot be prameya for many things. It is only prameya for one thing. Every means of knowledge has only one object there. So Vedanta is not entering into pratyaksh praman area, pratyaksh area. I hope you are understanding. And therefore pratyaksh also, the material world, don't apply those logic here. There the logic is whatever is seen is real and whatever not seen is not there. So that logic will not act here because here premise the Atma is there. We are talking about the Atma. And therefore we say it is neither rational, neither irrational. It is supra-rational. It is there by Atma. The Upanishad will say the Atma is there, but it cannot be seen, it cannot be heard, it cannot be tasted, it cannot be talked about. When a person will say, then how we are going to know it? You are using your own instruments and praman, you are using it here now. The problem is this. Therefore, we are discouraging it. I already told that this topic may not be clear very well in the first stage. It will get some time. So, atindriya vishya vedaha pramanam bhavati. This is about the Ved. I hope this point is little clear. If it is not clear, never mind. We can have discussion. Well, there is no time. You can have discussion, you can discuss among yourself. Or you can discuss with brahmacharis who know that. But let me see if it is clear. But interesting topic. So when I say Shraddha, have Shraddha on Ved, please note, this is different than having Shraddha in Bhagavan. When it is said have Shraddha in Bhagavan, it means Bhagavan is very big, Bhagavan is omniscient, omnipotent. But when we say Shraddha, have Shraddha in Ved, it doesn't mean think Ved is very big. You should know Ved is Swatantra Praman. To have faith in Ved, it means to have the understanding or conviction that Ved is a means of knowledge for knowing the self. It is Swatantra Praman. It is the Anadigat. No, nothing other is the Praman. There cannot be two Praman for same object. Anadigat, it should be there. And therefore, there is something called Mimamsa. Mimamsa uses the Shrutis, Yukti and Shruti and Anubhuti. Anubhuti. And Pratyaksh Praman itself will be very fallacy. You see sun is moving, but that is false. You see sun is moving. You put a finger, what is it called? Pencil in the beaker full of water, you say pencil is tilted. That itself is wrong. I see you, but I don't know you. Therefore, they have love for each other, and after that, love breaks. Why? Because they didn't know each other very well. They only were based on Pratyaksh Praman. But you're so good looking, your hair, your eyes, all this. But when they came closer, then they understood who are this person. So Pratyaksh Praman, I said you are very good. Now Pratyaksh Praman was deceptive. So Pratyaksh Praman is very limited portion. Pratyaksh Praman is there. And therefore we need Anuman Praman. Therefore you need logic also. But if you use logic without Shruti, then you will be collapsing because you don't know where you will reach. You don't know where you will take to. Shruti Mata Tarkvanu Sandhiyata. This much you get. Later on we can expand. So this is called how the Vedas are the Praman. And this Upanishad called Mundaka Upanishad is from which Ved? Atharvaved, not Rigved. Atharvaved. 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 So Vedas are four: Rigved, Yajurved, Samved and Atharvaved. Not Shamved. It is Samved. Samved. And this is called Mundaka Upanishad. Mundak. Why it is called Mundak? We will see that. Acha. Mundak, which is in your hand, is Mundak. Chale aage? Let me go ahead now. Ved is also called Shruti. Shruti. Okay. Another name is Nigam. Nigam. Not Agam. Nigam. Agam is which has come from one saint to another saint. Parampara is there. Nigam is of the form of words, which was not written by anybody. And 3 points about Vedas I told yesterday. Niyat Shabd Rashi, which has second thing, Anupurvi is maintained, and third thing was Uddat and Anuddat is there. 3 points I had mentioned. Will you please explain? I already explained it. Now comes the topic called Upanishad. Upanishad. It has come from the root sad, not sad. Sad. Sad, sad. Sad. Root. Root, it is called root itself. All words are made by root. And that which converts the root into a word is called pratyay. Like Ram is there. Ram word has come from Ram root, not English Ram. Don't go there. So, Gha pratyay is there. So, Ram plus Gha pratyay, that makes it Ram. Like Krishna word has come from Krish root, Krish, to attract. So there is one root called Sad. Sad. In that there is some suffix added, that is called zero suffix. It is called quip pratyay. Not quick, quip pratyay. So without changing the very root, it had converted into an agent. I didn't understand. Like the word cook is there. He is cooking. But without doing anything, you make a cook. Go and cook. He's a cook. Without changing anything in cook, you made from verb to noun. Similarly, this root, by adding quip pratyay, which is zero suffix, you convert it into agent. That means the word sad has a meaning of, 3 meanings are there of the word sad. Visharan, Gaman and Avasadan. To disintegrate, to take and to destroy. This is the meaning of the root sad. Visharan, second was Gaman, to take, and third was Avasadan. Avasadan means to destroy. It is the root. But moment quip pratyay is added, quip pratyay, not quick, quip, zero suffix. Now it is means that which disintegrates, that which takes, that which destroys. It becomes an agent. It has become an agent, doer. Stanley, got it? But so much is there, I don't know why I came. Evening class is good. First thing, no notes, writing, nothing. This way I'll die, I think. It's very interesting. In this in this sad, how sad has become shad? Shad, when sa is preceded by any vowel, it becomes sh. Like sama. Sama means equal. But if you add su before that, it will become susama. Susama. But because U is followed, therefore it won't be sama, it will be shama. So U makes the sa sha. Now it has become sushama. See, susama doesn't sound good also. Or visam. Actually, sam is there. Sam. So sam has become visham. V is there. Is the vowel there. So E is coming before sam, so it's called Visam, not Visam, Visham. Sushama, not Susama. Actually it is sam only. So actually it is sad, what it is called, because ni is coming before upani, is there. Therefore the sad will become shad. It will not be Upanishad. Upanishad padhe? Upanishad nahi. It is Upanishad. Therefore the sad has become shad. And there are two prefixes added up and ni. And this is the name of Vedanta only. You must be tired. We'll see it tomorrow. So up and ni. And then we will enter into Mundaka Upanishad and we'll come to the prayer portion, Bhadram Karnebi, slowly and steadily. Om, 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 Hari Om, Tat Sat, Hari Om, Tat Sat, Hari Om. Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om.